All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I am very happy to have my friend and associate, Denise Hornbeak, join us today. She's been in the educational and holistic field since 1977 and is one of the pioneers of the Brain Gym program. She's consulted and designed for numerous school districts from preschool all the way to graduate course levels. Presently, she facilitates courses through Brain Gym, and she's a vision specialist, and I've taken a couple of her vision courses, Vision Rejuvenation and Vision Circles. Over the years, she's worked with children from newborn to severely disabled, elderly, so she's very well versed in a variety of areas. And currently, Denise is licensed as an educational kinesiologist of the Brain Gym program, a certified natural vision trainer, a quantum reflex integration specialist, and a rhythmic movement trainer. So with that being said, Denise, thank you for joining me today.
Well, thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here and to spread more knowledge for people, especially during this time. Lots of families are gathered together, staying huddled at home. Parents are teaching their kids, and they didn't sign up to be teachers when they decided to have kids. Yeah. So there's so much to learn and so much to be mindful of, and honest to my best message is just to be patient with your children.
Yes.
Don't feel like you have to get X amount done in one day. Even if you get this much done, be proud of yourself and give yourself a big hug, because it can be stressful for all of us, and that stress is what can impact the child with learning, can impact the child's vision. That stress is huge, and that's why the Brain Gym program is considered a de-stressor, and we like to do it. In fact, right before this interview, I was doing a little bit of Brain Gym just because I want to be here, present, calm, and communicate clearly all this wonderful work.
Yes.
So Melinda, do you have some specific questions for me?
I do. With your expertise in the visual fields, I had some questions from parents, and I was curious myself as to, now that there's so much more screen time being mandated because of this distance learning, so the kids are no longer looking, from their paper to the chalkboard back to their paper, or how do you feel that may impact the kids with their visual skills, and are there easy activities that you can suggest to the parents to kind of mitigate the effects of so much screen time?
Absolutely, and yes, it's so critical, because the screen, whether it's the computer, it's the laptop, it's the iPad, whether it's the phone, no matter what it is, it's two-dimensional. And so for your young kids, this is a key understanding to have, because the child's eyes and the muscles around the eyes do not fully develop until the child is 7 to 8 years old. So in asking a child to do near point work is asking the child to do fine motor work. And the frontal lobe, which is the mandate for allowing fine motor work to happen, it doesn't fully develop either for many years. So we want to make sure that the child has that liberty, that freedom to look to the distance. If your child feels like he's daydreaming, maybe he's telling you, I need a break. I need to let my eyes, in taking a break, that means let the eyes look out to the distance. Look outside, look at least 20 feet. 20 feet is our key distance for the eye, the visual system to relax. Anything up close is asking the visual system to work. And so if a child feels like people are telling him or her to work harder, to try harder, the child has a lot more tension, and it can be muscular tension wrapped around the eyes because there's a whole bunch of muscles, the oblique muscles and the recti muscles that that will either relax or tense up, depending on whether you're looking up close or to the distance. So that ability just to look to the distance and enjoy the colors out there, enjoy the shapes, because that's how the eyes work. They want to look and see shapes and colors. And so you can be playful with the child and say, hey, let's look outside, and can you spot anything that's blue? Blue is very relaxing. Something purple out there. Oh, look, there's a purple flower. Anything to inspire them to look and see different colors. Yeah.
That's a great point, like having them look. And I love the fact that you're incorporating as well, being a speech therapist, you're incorporating language and, you know, that cognitive, find something blue, find something purple. That's fun. That's fun.
Yes.
I know through the courses that I've taken with you, this has been key.
Absolutely. The Infinitrack. Oh my gosh, I'll pull mine out too. Because the kids love the Infinitrack, and the Infinitrack is a great way for the eyes to relax, to take a break, especially being on the computer. For the adults, everything I'm saying here is just as important for the adults to keep their vision good. So I love the Infinitrack because the Infinitrack is playful, number one. The kid thinks, oh good, I'm gonna play. I'm not having to quote work. So it's a great activity to do, first of all, just with the eyes tracking around. And of course, if I was doing it, I would hold it flat this way, but because for the video, I'm making it this way. So yes, let the eyes roam around, and roaming around in the lazy 8 pattern. It's very integrating because it activates both hemispheres of the brain. And we find it to be very, very helpful, not only for vision, but also for the whole body if you put it down and wrap it around your knees. And if you go to my website, denisehornbeak.com, and click the video, you can see my son, who at the time was a teenager, doing it on the floor. But he would do it before big exams, like in high school and college, and he would do it before sports because he wanted his whole body integrated. And you can appreciate this as a speech therapist. I would nab him during my workshops to demonstrate it. And then what would happen is, being a teenager, right, they get up at 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. So he would barely be awake and groggy. And I'd say, oh, come on, come demonstrate, please come demonstrate this. And yeah, at first he could barely speak. And then after a couple of minutes of doing this, he was all wide awake. Everything was functioning for him. And then the people were asking the questions, and that video is fun to watch. But and also, when you're doing this, and by the way, I do have them available at my website, the kids love the little Mexican jumping bean. This is a wonderful way for them to do it because, number one, it's going to slow them down, and they're going to watch it go around. And I don't know, because I'm tilting it, whether it's going to fall off, but here it goes around. And so as it's going around, the eyes are watching it go around, and the head is doing its best to stay in the center. But that's a wonderful way. The kids love the Mexican jumping bean.
I love that. Yes, that I've used in the clinic quite a bit with the kids, and I have shared this with several of the therapists. So thank you for that. Are there, I know I appreciate your time, and I know you have to go. Is there any other, quick suggestion you can give before I let the parents know about, like, your book, The Super Intelligent Child, And I will add your contact information to the bottom of the video so people can
Thank
contact
you.
you.
Thank you. One of the most important things I like to remind parents is not only, as we mentioned already, have the kids look to the distance often. And when I say often, I mean every 9 to 15 seconds. So that's huge. And most people, when they look up close or at the computer, they're stuck at the computer. It can be 5, 10, 15, even 20 minutes before they even look up, or if they're engrossed in reading a book. So when I say 9 to 15 seconds, I know realistically most people won't start at that place. But if they have the intention, I want to increase. So even if they start to do it once a minute, that's going to be huge. And also blinking more frequently, because we find that the people who, when you're reading or you're at the computer, you cut down the amount of times you blink. And the suggestion is every 5 to 6 seconds to keep the eyes lubricated. And the lubrication is very important because it helps not only to flush out the toxins, but also to help bend the light, to get back to the retina, to send the message up to the brain. And those are the two most important. And of course, breathing, natural breathing. And if you notice yourself holding your breath, and maybe you'll notice yourself tensing in the shoulders, just go, oh, wow. Or your fists. I remember when I first started vision therapy, my vision was super nearsighted. And I would find myself eating. And when I was eating, I'm right-handed, my left hand would be in a fist. And I'm going, whoa, I probably have been doing this all these years and not even being aware of it. So as we're improving our vision and being in our world now, we want to be mindful of when our body tenses up. Yeah.
Great points to remember. And the blinking is huge. Yes, I have definitely noticed that when I am working on the computer, I just forget to blink. It's really something I have to keep in my head. So thank you for that. Denise
Sure.
Hornbeak, I love it. Love your book. Thank you. And your website again is?
DeniseHornbeak.com.
Perfect.
And may I take just a couple of minutes to talk about the book, just only because it is so good. Yes, thank you for holding it up. It is so good for educators and parents because it has a wealth of knowledge of how to do. There's over 100 activities for the senses. So if you have a child that has sensory integration challenges, I cover 7. I include the basic 5, but I also include the vestibular system, which is key to vision, and also proprioception. And there's, like I said, there's so many activities, especially the vision section in chapter 6 has so many activities to do specific for not only visual acuity, but visual perception. And we need our visual perception in order to succeed both in school and in sports and just in life in general. So thank you for mentioning my book.
Yes, of course. And I love that you have pictures to like demonstrate what you're talking about. So love that. Yes, thank you. I really enjoyed this book and it gave me great ideas to incorporate into my therapy sessions. So I do appreciate
so how
that.
can you zoom in or bring in your bring in the book so that people can see the spelling of my name?
Oh yes, I'm going to add your name to the bottom of the video as well.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Here it is.
There it is. Thank you.
Yes, love it, love it. There you go. And again, Denise, thank you very much. I appreciate all your great information and have a great day. Thanks.
Thank you. From my heart to all yours. Thank you. Bye.